Hey, what's up guys, Matt here. Today I'll be reviewing the Qantas 787-9 Dreamliner by Gemini jets in a 1 to 200 scale. Please check the description in case you missed anything throughout this video. My Facebook, Twitter and Instagram links will be down there, as well as the website where I pre-ordered this, which was jetwaymodels.com. This is my 28th 787 model and it's my 11th Qantas model. Some information about Qantas. Well, firstly, a bit of information is about this particular model. The registration is not correct. This was released pre-unveiling of Qantas's first 787 and is somewhat of a fantasy model due to having the incorrect registration number. So Qantas's operations base is out of Mascot in New South Wales, Australia. Main hubs are Brisbane International Airport, Melbourne International Airport and Sydney Kingsford Smith. Secondary hubs are Adelaide International Airport and Perth International Airport. Focus cities are Cairns International Airport, Darwin International Airport, and Los Angeles International Airport and Singapore Changi Airport. They were founded on the 16th of November 1920 in Winton, Queensland, as Queensland and Northern Territory Air Services. They are currently the world's third oldest airline still operating after KLM and Avianca respectively. They commenced operations in March of 1921. And their fleet as of the 11th of July 2018 consists of 216 aircraft, 5 of which are 787-9s with 9 unfilled 787-9 orders. They serve 85 destinations across the 6 inhabited continents, and their current 787 routes are from Melbourne to London Heathrow via Perth and also to Los Angeles. Just a note on the Perth to London sector. It is currently the second longest flight in the world after Qatar Airways' Auckland to Doha sector. Their future 787 routes are from Melbourne to San Francisco, which commences on the 1st of September 2018, and also Brisbane to New York JFK via Los Angeles, which commences on the 1st of September 2018. That replaces the 747. The Boeing customer code for Qantas is 38. Okay, so let's take a look around the box. And we have Gemini 200 Qantas, picture of the aircraft, Boeing 787-9 1 to 200 scale model. On the back of the box, Gemini 200, just some of the details about their models. Of course, there's a Qantas license and a Boeing license. On the top of the box, the right hand side, the bottom, and the left. And there is, typically with Gemini's 787 models, a little flap, and I'll just zoom this in. And so you can pause to read that if you want to. We also have the model, so you can see it without opening it. And then just to open it, the flap on the side. There we have the model in all of its glory. Alright guys, the model is now out of the box and we're going to start at the cockpit windows on the port side. So there we have the cockpit windows, window wipers there, a bit difficult to see from this angle, but they're there. pitot tube static ports, the Qantas logo, the new Qantas logo. QAN, part of the registration on the gear door. Of course, that is not the real registration as I mentioned before. Oneworld logo because Qantas is a member of Oneworld, which is a group of 15 airlines. And then we have the Qantas titles. I'm fairly certain they're a bit darker than this in real life. They just seem a bit light is with the Spirit of Australia titles as well. There's the landing lights right there, realistic looking landing lights. General Electric GE NX 1-1B engine. Typically there would be a GE logo there. And got the chevron teeth, of course, at the rear of the nacelle, because those are specially designed by Boeing. By Boeing, not the engine manufacturer. Specially designed to reduce the noise and to help mix the engine bypass air with the engine core air more efficiently, and that helps thrust and things like that, and just overall efficiency of the aircraft. Then we have the engine strake, and the fan blades do spin. There's the landing light on the side and the engine. So again, the engine strake and fan blades, yes, they do spin on the side as well. Not really focusing. We do not have any landing or taxi lights there, unfortunately. I would like to see a re-release of this model because firstly, we need the correct registration, and secondly, I would actually love to see in 1200 the I forgot what livery it's called. It's the the new Aboriginal one. I'd love to see that. Okay, so looking now at the wingtip, red navigation light, back onto the fuselage, Dreamliner titles, registration number VH-QAN or Victor Hotel Quebec Alpha November, Australian flag because Qantas is the flag carrier of Australia, and the new livery, the little silver band just before the very iconic red, and the new stylized kangaroo with no arms. The reason I mention that is because I know a lot of you Australians, especially huge Qantas fans, just absolutely hate seeing the kangaroo without arms. So there we have the APU exhaust, very detailed, and we have a strobe light there, a little bump, and then there's one on this side, as you can see. And now to the cockpit windows on the starboard side. And then we have the logo, pitot tube static ports, put the registration on the geared door, front cargo container door, titles, the GE NX engine, on this wingtip we have the green navigation light, Dreamliner titles, rear cargo container door, registration number, Australian flag, and then the logo on the tail. Okay, so we're going to take a look underneath the aircraft now. And there we go. So there we have the nose gear, gear door, NACA ducts, there's the anti-collision light, Qantas titles, main gears, gear doors, the hole for the stand, underneath the wing, flap slats aileron, there's the fuel dump valve, bring this down a little, there we go, much better to see. Underneath the engine, same on this side but with the registration number. Gemini Jet's logo, antenna, and that's where the APU housing should be. And on top of the aircraft, now you can see the where those window wipers are. There's the emergency escape hatch for the pilots, anti-collision beacon, antenna. On top of the wings we have the no step markings, flap slats, ailerons and spoilers. The engine, very detailed. Always, straight out of the box. This model's never been out of the box until now. Always quite a bit of dust I find on these models. Sorry about that, it's quite, yeah. Lights are a lot brighter close up on camera. And we have an antenna right there. We don't seem to have any markings for the logo lights, but that is okay. Just had an aircraft go over here. I'm not sure if you can hear that actually, but sounds like a 777 with the old Trent 700s. I think it's Trent 800s, whatever they are. So it's a 200, a 777-200 ER is what it sounds like. When you're a bit of a plane geek, you sort of just have an ear for these things. So we'll go through the seating of this aircraft now. Business class, 42 flatbed seats, rows 1 to 8 and 10 to 12. So that's from the front of the aircraft to just beyond the leading edge of the wings, so about here somewhere. Then we have premium economy. That is 28 seats, rows 20 to 23. And that is from about here to just before the trailing edge of the wing, and then from here to the back of the aircraft is entirely economy, 166 seats, rows 40 to 44 and 46 to 59. That's a total of 236 seats. So a very good layout actually, but a layout very much needed due to the fact the distance this aircraft has to cover in its flight. So it's obviously flown to Perth to London, and Melbourne to Los Angeles. Long routes over large stretches of water as well. So they need a more premium configuration than Air New Zealand's original 302, which is quite dense to be honest. So let's look at some of the features of this model now. Landing gear, so it looks like it rolls. It's actually only the nose gear's really rolling. 2 wheels on each of the main bogies do not roll, which is a bit of a shame. Landing gear does tilt, so it looks like it's landing or taking off right there. Nose gear does swivel. It swivels a bit more. It's just a little more difficult because there is not much room between the little hydraulic chamber and the gear door hasn't been extended down far enough, so the hydraulic chamber, I believe it's a hydraulic chamber, is hitting the gear door right there. So that's it for the features. Now onto the stand. So we have the typical wooden base, Gemini Jets logo on the bottom. There's the blue film. I'll just remove that now. Bring behind the camera. And this blue film is not what it used to be. It doesn't peel off in one go as it used to. It seems to want to peel off in pieces for some reason. It's happening on a lot of the stands I get. I can't get all of it off for now. I'm not going to bother because it's just going to take too long. But as you can see, there's the metal. So you can just see how it comes off in pieces. It doesn't really come off in one go. There's the padding on top, so you do not scratch the model underneath. And there it is. Looks stunning on the stand right there. The gears are magnetic, can be easily removed and put back into place. However, what's good to see is that the main gears are a bit stiff, so that they want to stay in place. I've got a bit of film on my hand, so I can't really take them off too much without having to fiddle too long to put it back on. And there are gear doors here to use. There we go. So you can just chuck it on in the in-flight position if you want it displayed in that way on the stand. The gears, that's as far as they tilt, so they don't go into their full natural position. Bit of a shame, but that's just how things are with how Gemini Jets and JC Wings are doing their models these days. There's not much tilt on the gears with how, if it's just taken off, it would go towards that position where the top gear, the front gear, also the front set of wheels, I should say, on the main bogies would be higher than the rear wheels. So they don't take that into account anymore. I think it's just they want more details, and so there's a trade-off. Do you want to? I prefer the tilting gears because I think on the stand it looks more natural, looks how it should be. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Comment down what you think of this model. Tell me if you're going to get it. Subscribe for more. I expect to have plenty of videos coming up real soon. And share this video as well so other people know about this model and see if they want to get it. And I would highly recommend it. There's just, to be quite honest, for a 787 model from Gemini Jets, there are a few features missing. I did notice there is no SATCOM or other antennas that are marked on top of the aircraft, which are typically marked on other 787 models. But I suppose because they didn't know the real registration, they left a few details off, but I don't see that as a reason to. That's just my guess. Obviously I don't know the real reason behind it, but the fact that they haven't got an actual registered, real registered model, and then left off a few details that we typically see is a bit of a shame. So I really like the look of this aircraft. I love the Qantas 787, but unfortunately Gemini Jets did not do well this time. So that's my opinion. Some others may have a varying opinion from that, but I think they could have done better, and I think it'd be good to definitely have a re-release. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.